Hello and welcome to Hope Adventist News. My name is Nana Kusiabuache. Headlines for this week: inauguration of Desire of Ages Cooperative Credit Union, Bible Lecture Series. Caleb Mission begins with over 500 baptism and 11,000 registered volunteers in northern Peru. Not judging, but doing. What does it mean? Pastor Ted Wilson. This and other stories will be coming your way right after the break. Now to our very first story, the grand inauguration of the new office of Desire of Ages Cooperative Credit Union of the Medina district of the Seventh-day Adventist Church took place on Sunday, July 16, 2023. The credit union aims to provide financial assistance and provide help to support both Seventh-day Adventists and non-Adventists. The office is located at Medina Market.
The inauguration of the new office symbolizes Desires of Ages Cooperative Credit Union's commitment to improve accessibility for its members. By establishing this new location, the credit union aims to enhance the effectiveness, efficiency, and overall impact of its operation. The event was attended by esteemed guests including the Regional Manager of CUA, Regional Director of the Department of Cooperatives, pastors, elders, representatives of primary societies, fellow cooperators of Desire of Ages Credit Union, and other attendees. During the event, Chairman Mrs. Sophia Dapa expressed their gratitude to all guests and highlighted the impressive journey of the credit union over the past 17 years.
And then we can boast of 1,484 members. I think so. Yes, Kasama, yes, yes, Kasama, Yakrabi, Nanso, and member savings, Niamwada, Makakra, Moniaga to one. Say a good year, 2,600,000 Ghana, 600,000 Ghana, 2,600,000 Ghana. After your total assets, your shares, say, I'm some of your boy, one. I was so toss shares. Yeah, to step bank here. One year, that to woman, your penny, and can yet, or be a boy, one. We are member of the credit union. What can we honor? Yen your kind is sick a bone, kakra, and it is us, can I get the two wire friendly shares? So you're coming in our 331,420 Ghana cedis. So you can get asset, you can say asset. You be your work as credit union. Your asset, your 3,300,000 Ghana cedis. Now, we am my young said,
Madame Nayat, representing the Registrar of Corporate Union, delivered valuable advice to members, urging them to manage their resources wisely and save diligently. She commended Desires of Ages Cooperative Union as one of the most vibrant and successful credit unions.
I also have a small advice for the members. Don't be convinced by anybody. The little you have with credit union, try and manage it. When you are a petty trader selling your toffees, saving that small money from that toffee, continue doing that. Don't be convinced, oh, and I hire man loan. Oh, wait, I see a higher check. And I will buy I want to crack a lateral come and I will buy. You will be surprised when you take the money, you can't be finished paying. So the advice I have for the members is, the little you have with here, just continue and make sure you save enough to be able to take some small loans to continue your business as well. To talk of vibrant credit union in Ghana here, Desire of Ages is one.
The office space was officially dedicated to the glory of God by Pastor Bidiaba, adding a spiritual touch to the occasion. In an interview, Mr. Nana Kwesi Ejapon, a former general manager of a credit union, shared his personal connection to credit unions and encouraged others to actively contribute to the growth and development of the organization.
My name is Nana Kwesi Ejapon, former general manager of KUA, and then currently I'm a financial consultant for cooperatives and then cooperative financial institutions. Desire of Ages is one of the strongest cooperative societies in Ghana at the moment. If you are talking about Desire of Ages, they are about 17 years now, very solid in their financial position. They have a total asset of over 3 million Ghana cedis. And if you look at their financials, they are one of the best. And so I want to encourage everybody within their catchment area to look for Desire of Ages Cooperative Credit Union.
Elder Kwesi Odame provided insight into the purpose of the gathering, tracing the credit union's journey from its beginning in La Inquantanine to Libya Cortes and officially settled in Medina.
Credit union shall La Inquantanine. Abren one and Medina West Basel. If you go in Yasa, Libya Cortes. You know, the office will be. Fana kusina will be. Shall see a crack, some PBS na itimi yes say baby e duro na say fire da je dodo ti be farm manager na a high manager na a high office na fi crack na me dey aba bi duro ha eni ti eradi ayibi mama ina na sida Libya Cortes no office no one room say dey e person ye tsna
Charles Asare, the managing director of Credit Union, emphasized the importance of saving at Desire of Ages Cooperative Credit Union in an interview highlighting the benefits and advantages it offers.
This credit union has been in existence for the past 17 years, and today we are inaugurating our new office as a way of opening our catchment area to our members and those also who have not also joined with us. This credit union is there for all of you because its safety is assured, its security is assured. When you join the credit union, there are so many things that you benefit. One of it, as I said, is the safety of it, the security of it, the peace of mind that you have, and then the assurance of getting something to help you in your business. So today, inaugurating this particular place, we want to thank all of you and also encourage you, if you have not joined our credit union, to do so that we all grow together to make a better life for ourselves. We have savings plus, we have savings, we have shares, we have loans, we have kiddie savings for our children. So all these products, and you also give business advisory service. Apart from that, we also do more money with the MTN and then the Vodafone. So we want to thank you all and encourage you to come and join the credit union movement to us to grow together and make business together. Thank you.
Overall, the event showcased Mrs. Tufa Dape's enthusiastic support as she encourages everyone to save with Desire of Ages Cooperative Credit Union. Pastor Bidiaba also shared his thoughts and encouraged individuals to open accounts with the credit union, fostering financial empowerment and security.
We were here to open a new office for Desire of Ages Credit Union. In fact, it is something that I will urge every one of us to also look there, to also at least give something from your earnings. And the intimate risk and different because but say open kakra now the two desire of ages credit union that chile wow yen kasa hankwa and so o the baha in beje and our bank or whatever but won't me for second go one place na say o the go na say yetumwa ye ni be afa but then mestre say o team na now hwemia desire of ages credit union e wo Madina ha opposite Republic Bank Obama Madina ha o trap post office ga krape ye wo ha bra efa osika ebehia untimi a yagimomo bank standing order bibi biara e make sure say desire of ages o join ebusuan ko ya when beje nyamisha.
The Adventist Adventist Church organized a 5-day Bible lecture series with the purpose of training church members, lay members, and elders on spreading the gospel. The theme of the series was Knowing the Truth for Discipleship. The program took place from July 10th to 15th, culminating in a mega Sabbath worship on the 15th. Throughout the series, various topics were covered, including caring for the caretaker, religion and psychology, internal processing for external empowerment, and mind-body connection. These topics aim to enlighten the members and equip them with the necessary knowledge to spread the gospel effectively. The guest speaker for the program was Pastor Dr. Mark Antonio McCleary, a retired pastor and founder of McCleary Ministry, an international evangelist. During the Sabbath worship, the preacher delivered a sermon titled, Your Mind as Your Primary Mission Field. Referring to Romans 7, verse 17 to 20, he urged Christians to study their own mind-body relationship and make it a priority, not only relying on the Sabbath sermons, prayers, and church activities.
Here are your recommendations. Number 1, you must schedule to study your own mind-body relationship. Don't wait for a Sabbath sermon. Don't wait for midweek prayer meetings. Don't wait for some other church-sponsored event. Make it your first and always priority to better understand your mind-body relationship.
During an interview with Pastor Dr. Mark Antonio McCleary, he shared his ministerial journey, experiences, challenges, and accomplishments, and responded to questions regarding the concerns of the church.
Administrators and my peers, but as I have been talking to you all week, I was not telling you something for you to do. I was sharing something with you about how I have journeyed with the Lord. So I've become a very pensive and thoughtful believer. I ask questions about my church. I ask questions as a pastor who has been intimately connected with his members. So I will close this question by saying, I'm happy and glad to be a Seventh-day Adventist. But Seventh-day Adventism is not a perfect church. Only God is perfect. And humans do the best they can today.
At the climax of the program, it was a significant and joyous moment as two individuals who had attended the Bible lecture series made a decision to give their lives to Christ and be baptized. This act symbolizes their commitment to follow Jesus and become part of God's family. Baptism is a sacred and important step in the Christian faith, representing a public declaration of one's faith and a spiritual rebirth. A report by Evans Asante Mensah, Western North Ghana Conference. Let's go for a quick break. We'll be back with the rest of the story. Back from the break now to a foreign story. Thousands of Adventist volunteers chose to prepare and dedicate their vacations to bring hope to the community and other cities. For more than 11,000 Adventist young people from different cities in northern Peru, the goal for Caleb Mission Alpha in their communities and Caleb Mission Omega in the Northeast Peru Mission are already defined. This is a volunteer project promoted by the church since 2004, where young people dedicate their vacation period in July to the service of the population and evangelism. They prepare themselves through their Caleb team made up of 5 people: the evangelist, who is in charge of preaching and leading the theme; the interest coordinator, who is in charge of guiding people who wish to study the Bible and be baptized; the coordinator of child evangelism, who is in charge of programming for the youngest members of the church; the program coordinator, who is in charge of organizing the star programs; and the coordinator of solidarity actions, who is in charge of planning actions of help and service to others. In addition, in the Cajamarca and Northeast regions, Caleb Mission Alpha was activated from Sunday, June 25th to Sabbath, July 1st, 2023, with a result of 535 people who decided to be baptized. The project involved leaders, pastors, and teams of young Caleb in different preaching centers in the cities of Jane, Bagua, Chubamba, Kutevo, and Santa Cruz. Additionally, at the Northern Peru Union Mission, the project involved leaders, pastors, and teams of young Calebs in different preaching centers in the cities of Jaén, Bagua, Kubamba, Kutevo, and Santa Cruz. Additionally, at the Northern Peru Union Mission, a special commitment program was developed through the Living a Mark Action, where Pastor Alan Sovalente, youth director for the union, emphasized the characteristics for the success of a team in Caleb Mission based on Joshua 14 verse 6 to 12. Pastor Daniel Montalva, president of the Northern Peru Union Mission, invited the staff to get involved in the Caleb Mission movement and prepare for this great missionary mobilization. A report by South American Division, Spanish Language News. Today, Pastor Ted Wilson tackles the last part of Jesus' Sermon on the Mountain entitled Not Judging, But Doing. Let's watch this.
Greetings, friends. For the last several weeks, we have been going through the wonderful book, Thoughts from the Mount of Blessing by Ellen White, focusing on Jesus' powerful Sermon on the Mount. Today, we'll be looking at the last part of that sermon, where once again Jesus speaks plainly on how to live a successful Christian life. Judge not that you be not judged, he said, as recorded in Matthew 7, verse 1. Here Jesus is warning us not to judge others by our own standards, judging their motives, as if we could read their hearts. For with what judgment you judge, you will be judged, said Jesus. It is a law of nature that the way we treat others will come back to us either for good or evil. What we sow, we will surely reap. Going further, Jesus points out the hypocrisy of those who are quick to find fault with others while not considering their own shortcomings. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Commenting on this passage, Ellen White writes, "No one has ever been reclaimed from a wrong position by censure and reproach, but many have thus been driven from Christ and led to seal their hearts against conviction. A tender spirit, a gentle, winning deportment may save the erring and hide a multitude of sins." Continuing on, Jesus said, "Do not give what is holy to the dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you in pieces." Christ never compels anyone to follow him. He only seeks to draw them through love. Some, however, have no desire to escape from the slavery of sin. Of these, Ellen White writes, "The servants of Christ should not allow themselves to be hindered by those who would make the gospel only a matter of contention and ridicule. We are to pray for them and leave them in God's hands." Jesus then unfolds this beautiful promise. "Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you." Jesus invites us to come to him with open, honest hearts, believing he is able to do all things. We read, "The Lord specifies no conditions except that you hunger for his mercy, desire his counsel, and long for his love." Turning again to our relationship with others, Jesus gives us the golden rule. "Therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them." He encourages us not to look at what we are to receive, but how much we can give. "In your association with others," writes Ellen White, "put yourself in their place. Enter into their feelings, their difficulties, their disappointments, their joys, and their sorrows. As we identify with them, it becomes easier to treat others as we would want to be treated if we were in their place." Nearing the end of his sermon, Jesus reminds his followers to enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. Narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it. Here, Jesus is pointing out how easy it is to just follow the crowd, doing what is easy and acceptable to the majority. "A place," writes Ellen White, "where there is room for every man's opinion and doctrines, space to follow his inclinations, to do whatever his self-love may dictate." In contrast, Christ urges us to take up your cross and follow him. He has gone before us. He knows every trial we face, and he promises to be with us all the way. After warning his followers to beware of false prophets, Jesus ends his sermon with a powerful illustration, comparing two houses, one built on the rock, the other on sand. Those who listen to Christ's words and do them are like the wise man who built his house on the rock. "And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. But those who hear his teachings and do not do them are like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it fell, and great was its fall." Friends, we are told a storm is coming, relentless in its fury. Are we prepared to meet it? By God's grace, we can be, as we build our faith upon the rock of his word. Let's not only hear Christ's sayings, but by his grace, let us follow them. I invite you to pray with me just now. Father in heaven, thank you that you are the solid rock upon which we can lay the foundation of our lives. Help us not to place our belief and lives in things which are transitory, and on the sand which represents false teaching. Lord, help us to always place ourselves on you. Thank you now for hearing us. In Jesus' name, amen.
That is all in this edition, but before we go, let's take another look at our headlines. Inauguration of Desire of Ages Cooperative Credit Union, Bible Lecture Series. Caleb Mission begins with over 500 baptism and 11,000 registered volunteers in northern Peru. Not judging, but doing. What does it mean, Pastor Ted Wilson? You're reminded that you can also be an angel of hope by just dialing *928 *32 *104 hash and follow the prompt. You can also send your donations to Hope Channel Momo account number 02491-93083. Remember, you can also reach us through our WhatsApp line 0559-680066 or through our email hopetvghana@gmail.com. Keep watching Hope Adventist News on Hope Channel Ghana. Stay blessed and stay safe. Stay tuned for the rest of our program.